I want to thank you for joining the Dreamers Academy. And I hope you are able to kind of keep pace with the different content that I've been placing up here. Now, mainly lately, I've been focusing on quotes that I think are pertinent to living our dream life, to following our goals, to crushing them, So I hope that the quotes have been motivation for you. I've also put in a couple short video reels, and I haven't done like a long talk video in a while. So I decided today, I just got back from Vegas on yesterday. So I decided today that I wanted to do this recording just to let you guys know that it's okay to begin again. While I was in Vegas, I did get inspired. I didn't write anything, but I did get inspired because I saw a lot of people, working in the service industry. That's what Vegas is all about. It's all about servicing the people who are coming to visit, right? And so as I watched the different employees walking around, some looked like they were having a blast. Some looked like this was just another day trying to pay the bills. Some looked like they wished they had made better choices in life. And I'm here to speak to those individuals right now who are not satisfied with their life. You're not satisfied with where you are in your current state. And that's fine. Because when I was 27 years old, I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and it kind of illuminated the issues that I had been having because I had trouble focusing. I could do well, one semester in school, and the next semester I'd get all Fs, and none of it made any sense. I was getting depressed when I felt like my life should be great, but I didn't feel like it was great. And I didn't know what was really going on and what was happening to me. So me getting diagnosed really, really helped me to get focused and to understand what was, who I am. And as a result of that, I moved to Texas. I talk about this, on my YouTube channel. Just go. I have a plethora of videos there that you can go that are personal development related. They're about mindset. They're about belief. They're about taking action. They're about, making changes in yourself, in your life. It's about taking full responsibility for your life, living your life offensively, living your life with your eyes wide open. Those are just the names of a few playlists that I have there on YouTube. So go check out my YouTube channel, DawnDares2Dream. I will put the link to my YouTube channel up here for this particular video. Now, fast forwarding to today, it made me realize, because I worked in the service industry for over 10 years. And I enjoyed it, but as I got older, I kept saying, how am I going to get out of this? Because the service industry is very addictive. It's like selling drugs. You're making fast cash every time you work, for the most part. You're making that cash money. And when you leave it, you have to learn how to budget, most of all, because you're not used to getting a paycheck. So I couldn't understand how I was ever going to get out of it. So when I moved here to Texas, I also still worked in the service industry, and I probably worked in it maybe 3 to 5 more years when I first moved here. So I was in my early 30s, still working in the service industry. I had become a manager a time or two, but still it didn't matter. I was still in the service industry, and I still really wasn't happy, and I wanted to transition to what I thought my future was going to look like. But again, I did not know how to get there. And I'm going to tell you, you don't always have to know how you're going to get there. You just have to be open and believe that it is possible. So like I've said, if you've been watching me, I have read a lot of personal development books. Then I moved on to studying the law of attraction. Then I moved on to the universal laws. And with educating myself about being a better person for me, being a better citizen in this world, it opened my mind to opportunities that had already existed that I hadn't taken advantage of. And I talk a little bit about that in Living Life with Your Eyes Wide Open. That's a series on YouTube. Check it out, where I talk about everything that we want and need right now is here. It's here in the present. Sometimes we just can't see it because our eyes aren't wide open. But once you're focused on what it is that you want, and you're doing the techniques that I talk about in mindset, belief, action to get your mindset right, you begin to see those things that are out here for you. And you can take advantage of those. And so that's basically what I did when I got to Texas. I knew I was bipolar, so I was taking my meds. I was seeing my psychiatrist. Of course, I was hanging out, partying with my friends, because that's what you do in the service industry as well. But I was taking care of myself. So then opportunities just started popping up out the ground. The first opportunity was, what was the first opportunity? First opportunity, I was a manager at Jason's Deli. Jason's Deli is like a national chain now, and it originated here in Texas, and it wasn't always a national chain. But now you see Jason's Deli franchises everywhere. Now, I used to be a manager there, right here in Texas before all the franchises popped up. That was a very stressful job. I was making way more money than, on a consistent basis that I had ever seen. But I was a beginning manager, but the job was very, very stressful. And again, I'm bipolar, so stress and me do not mix. So I ended up leaving that job, and I started waiting tables again at like this mom and pop place, and I wasn't really doing that well. And I had a friend who called me and said, hey, a friend of a friend is leaving a job as administrative assistant, and do you want to do it? I said, okay, I'll do it. The catch is I had never been an administrative assistant before. Yeah, I know how to use a computer. Yeah, I know how to talk to people. Yeah, I'm friendly, but I didn't understand the logistics of that job, because every job has its lingo, your jargon that you use for that job, which I didn't know, and it has the processes that you are going to follow. I had never done it before, so I didn't know if I could hack it, right? But it didn't matter. It was another opportunity, and I said, okay. So I did that, and then I jumped from the administrative assistant into the world of technology, information technology, because I met my son's dad, and he felt like I was a pretty intelligent woman. I showed him my transcript. I don't have a college degree, people, but he saw the transcript and said, this girl is pretty intelligent here. I want to see if I can help her, move her to the next stage in life. And he said that he could, and he said that I could make all this money. And I didn't believe a word he said. But what I did know is whatever he was going to advise me to do or coach me on doing was going to be better than what I was currently doing as an admin assistant, not making that much money. So I followed his lead. I got a couple certifications, and I've been in this industry for like 13 years now. Again, but that was me living my eyes wide open. So for me to kind of climb the corporate ladder and figure out where to do and where to go to make my money, I didn't know how to get there. But there were people in my life who strategically said, hey, do this. So I did it. Then somebody else said, do that. So I did it. And the best advice I can always give to anyone is take full advantage of all the opportunities that are presented to you. And I know that sounds like it's very, very simple, but I'm going to tell you this. Every time I made a transition in my life, there was always people there who asked me, do you really think you can do that? Are you sure? You're not scared? You've never done it before. You don't know what you're doing. They're going to know you don't know what you're doing. How are you going to do that? I don't think that's appropriate. You probably should stay where you are. How are you going to trust these people who say they're going to help you? What if they stop helping you, stop guiding you? And then what are you going to do because you don't know what you're doing? So you have all of those negative Nancys and negative Neds right here in your head, okay? They right here in your ear. I'm telling you to ignore them, because they're going to be there, and they're always going to be there, and they're always going to have an issue or problem, because guess what? They wish that someone would come to them with the same opportunities that you have, but they didn't. They came to you, and they came to you for a reason. You know why they came to you? Because you are ready for this opportunity. The universe, God, brought this opportunity to you because you got focused on what you want. But now that you got focused on what you want, you got to take that leap of faith. But you got to step out on faith anyway and just put one foot out and another. Put another foot out and another. And as you do that, and as you show yourself that you trust that you can do this new thing that you have embarked upon, you gain confidence. And that confidence shows and it exudes through who you are. And more people want to help you along the way. So don't listen to those negative Neds and negative Nancy's, because they wish they were you, but they are not, right? So you have been given this opportunity. Take full advantage. I'm telling you, get it together. Get yourself together and follow the leader. I tell my son all the time, I understand, baby. I don't like nobody telling me what to do either. Can't stand it. But when I am in a position to learn from someone, they have more knowledge and education than I do on where it is that I'm trying to go, I have to stop. I have to listen, whether I'm getting paid to do it or not. And that's another thing. Sometimes these opportunities don't come with a nice paycheck. Sometimes it just comes with the knowledge that's going to lead you to that next step. But you got to be open. When I first started working in IT, I had to work a regular job and then do intern. I interned for free. My opportunity didn't come with money attached to it. So I had to say, okay, I had to find a part-time job that I worked less enough hours that I could then, on the other half of the day, go so I could learn this IT stuff. Most of us are going to say, I'm not getting paid. I'm 30-something years old, because by this time, I'm in my early 30s. And I'm going to take a job that's not a job because it's not a job, it's not getting paid. Who does that? Sometimes that's what you have to do to get ahead. Sometimes you have to take a step back and pay so that you can learn what you need to learn so that you can keep moving forward. So this whole talk today is about beginning again. It is okay, no matter how old you are. Follow your dreams. Like me being a travel agent, I would have never even thought about trying to do that, y'all. I would have never thought about it. But I love to travel. I've always loved to travel, even before I traveled. As a kid, I watched my family and friends go on vacations that I couldn't afford to go on, and I always wanted to do it. And now I do it, and I do it well, and I do it a lot. I do it all the time. If you're looking for a Caribbean vacation or a cruise, let your girl know. Just went to Vegas. I'm going to put together a group trip to Vegas next year. I enjoy travel, and I just ran across, that Steve Jobs quote, do what you love. You'll make a lot of money if you're doing what you love. And travel is something that I love. And yes, I still work in IT. And yes, I still am here to motivate and inspire my dreamers. Yes, I'm a motivational speaker, right? But I also love to travel. And that's another form of income for me. And then, you know how they always say we should have several different streams of income? Your girl is all about it. If you watch and know anything about me, my hands are in a lot of pots, because I believe that money is helping me live that dream life that I choose to live. Because without the money, where is it coming from? I need to have abundance in my life. And abundance isn't just about money, but abundance and having an abundant mindset is going to lead you to the income that you need to have so that you can live that life that you choose to. So if you're looking to begin again, check out my Mindset, Belief, Action workbook, MBA Take 2. There are a lot of tips in that workbook that can help you to get your mind right, to get that mindset straight. Then you got to align your beliefs. You got to dig through those beliefs, those base beliefs that I always talk about, and make sure they are aligned with what you're trying to do. Because if they're not aligned, you're not going to make it. You're not going to be successful. So you have to figure out what is going on and what you have to do. I have some tips in there about that. And then you have to take those action steps. Like my action steps into my career, I wasn't getting paid. That was an action step. Even though I wasn't making any income, I was getting educated. So you have to put one foot in front of the other, and you need to believe in yourself. Pick up my Mindset, Belief, Action workbook, $11.11 plus tax. It's a digital download. Invest in yourself today. Come on, it's $11.11. I mean, how much does Starbucks cost? How much is fast food these days? You know how much money I spent on meals in Vegas this week? $11.11 plus tax. You will have that workbook for a lifetime because it's a digital download. You don't have to worry about losing it. So I have enjoyed my talk with you guys today. So all of my dreamers out there, if you have any questions, drop those comments down below. I will definitely reach out to you, reply back. If you want me to message you on the side, we can do that as well. I just enjoy helping, inspiring, and motivating others to dream again. And that is why you're here in the Dreamers Academy, right? So thank you for hanging out with me today, and have a great day, dreamers.